Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A storm system is going to continue to bring areas of heavy snow, gusty to high winds, and critical fire weather conditions stretching from the Sierras through the central and southern plains. Locally, critical fire weather conditions will exist over a portion of the mid-Mississippi Valley. Gusty winds are expected along the Appalachians through the mid-Atlantic and into New England. Closer to home, colder, blustery weather today and tomorrow with the arrival of a cold front. Rain and snow showers are going to bring light accumulations to the mountains. Spotty rain showers will be affecting some lowland areas. Quieter weather Sunday and Monday with more strong winds in the forecast on Tuesday. The National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory in effect from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. today. Southwest winds from 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusting up to 45 is expected. Hazardous driving conditions due to reduced visibility is also expected. Gusty winds will blow around unsecure objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may also result. Winds this strong can also make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Be sure to use extra caution. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is roadblock information for Friday, 7 March. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 54, Highway 70, Highway 380, Las Cruces Gate, El Paso Gate, and Mackey Avenue will remain open for this period.
A fire broke out yesterday in Cloudcroft. Ironically, right after an emergency village meeting was held about fire concerns.
A structure fire broke out within the village limits in the Woodlands Way neighborhood behind Big Daddy's Diner. The Cloudcroft Volunteer Fire Department responded swiftly, assisted by the James Canyon and High Rolls Volunteer Fire Department, as well as the U.S. Forest Service. According to officials, one structure was affected. There were no reported fatalities, and all occupants, including pets, safely evacuated. Eyewitnesses reported that gusting southwest winds contributed to embers spreading during the peak of the blaze. Lincoln National Forest personnel established a perimeter near the fire. Sources indicate that the Forest Service contained several small spot fires ignited by embers in the vicinity. During the emergency council meeting earlier in the day, Cloudcroft Volunteer Fire Chief Eric Wershing noted that this fire season has been warmer and drier than in previous years. Emergency responders were prepared and worked efficiently towards containing the fire.
Hannah Dean of the Cloudcroft Reader posted that yesterday on Facebook. You know, once a month we hear from Ned Klein of the Alamogordo Kiwanis Club, and we talk about the most improved students of the month.
In the month of February, in Hallman Middle School, the 6th grader was Calvin Knight, the 7th grader, Kinley Selton, and then 8th grade is Andrew Swanson. At Chaparral Middle School, the 6th grader is Jasmine Deere, the 7th grader is Lily Chavez, and the 8th grader is Guadalupe Hernandez. Now, at Mountain View Middle School, the 6th grader was Brandon Alarcon Cadena, and the 7th grader was Adrian Barajas, and the 8th grader, his name is Kevin Smith.
We always talk about the bad things going on, and to me it's also nice to hear what's good in the town. Well, today is Friday. It's time for a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City. Welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. Last week, I highlighted our sweet orange kitties. This week, Kitty City is featuring some lovely torties. As much as we love our orange tabbies, we love our torties just as much. When Pretty Sophie was rescued, she was supposed to be a feral, but this gorgeous girl is not a feral. She is sweet, friendly, and lovable kitty. Sophie loves interaction with humans. She is the first kitty in her room to come up to a visitor to say hi and to ask for pets. And then she hopes the visitor will sit down so she has a lap to jump onto. She purrs loudly when being petted from head to tail. Sophie is a dark-colored tortie with very interesting patterns on her face, head, and tail. Her disposition and her markings are so unique, she must be seen in person to be appreciated for her beauty as well as her lovely personality. Sophie is 7 months old and is spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. Shelley and Trudy are 2 new torties to Kitty City. They are sisters, almost 7.5 months old, and both are gorgeous. Trudy is a standout with a bright orange nose and a stripe between her eyes. Shelley is more petite with softer coloring than Trudy. Their personalities seem to follow suit with their coloring. While quiet Shelley is more reserved, her sister Trudy is more bold and daring. Both enjoy human attention. We expect they will be awesome people-loving kitties, and they are spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. Muffin is Shelley and Trudy's mama, and she is also available for adoption. Just like Shelley and Trudy, Muffin has a pretty facial pattern and a friendly personality. Muffin is 2 years old and has been spayed, microchipped, and vaccinated. And finally, a few words about Puri. This tortie is estimated to be 7 years old. Puri is a sweetheart who is very receptive to all the affection we show her. She is a gentle soul who anyone is likely to fall in love with after spending some time with her. Puri is spayed and has a current rabies vaccination. These sweetheart torties, Sophie, Shelley, Trudy, Muffin, and Puri, can be seen in person at Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road, Monday through Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Or you can visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to see all of our cats and kittens in the photos and in the descriptions. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 8, Kitty City will have an adoption event at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. featuring cats and kittens from Kitty City and dogs and puppies from Alamogordo Animal Control. These furry friends are waiting for you to take them to their forever home. Please stop by the White Sands Mall tomorrow, Saturday, March 8, and Saturday, March 22, to find the cat or kitten, dog or puppy, to be your forever friend. I'm Kathy Denton, and this has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'll be talking to you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez. Available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Walter Slosar, the interim chief patrol agent at the El Paso sector, says the current average of illegal alien encounters is down to 60 a day.
So far since I've been here in February, we have not released anybody that has come into our custody. They have been prosecuted and or placed on a removal flight.
Slosar speaking at a press conference yesterday about what less crossings really means.
That means less flow coming into the borderland. That means criminal organizations and cartels aren't profiting off of vulnerable populations, and that means that we have a safer border environment.
For comparison, 2 years ago, the Border Patrol averaged over 2,700 daily encounters. The New Mexico Supreme Court said, screw your constitutional rights to the people of New Mexico. They said Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham was in the right when she temporarily banned guns from Albuquerque parks and playgrounds. That ruling comes in response to the public health emergency as the governor declared back in September 2023. She called it an effort to curb gun violence in the metro. Initially, she banned guns from all public spaces, but later changed that ban, limiting it to parks and playgrounds after a federal judge struck all that down. Republican lawmakers and gun rights advocates continued their legal challenge in state court, arguing public health emergencies must be sudden or unforeseen, and the order infringes on the legislature's lawmaking role. But in a split decision, justices rejected those arguments. The order expired last October, but the New Mexico Supreme Court still ruled on the case, saying similar issues could come up again. Well, a lot of us didn't think they would. Until now. The governor says she was focused on crime reform, but doing something impactful about juvenile crime is not looking likely, since that reform plan is still at the starting line. Republican State Representative and former District Attorney Andrea Reeb is leading the charge on this juvenile justice proposal, which is based on Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman's suggestion. She said at this point, the bill would only lower the age of serious youthful offenders from 15 to 14 and expand the list of crimes where teen suspects can be charged as adults.
We added about 4 crimes to that so that now it's a start where we can start talking about what the biggest issues are. And then if we have to go back later, we can deal with all these other parts that nobody's in agreement on. But this stuff will, in my opinion, be the stuff that will protect New Mexicans and will make New Mexico safer.
D.A. Brigman's original plan includes 36 changes to New Mexico's juvenile justice laws, all meant to increase the consequences and accountability for violent teen suspects, but it's not clear if lawmakers will even get to this bill. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 24 games for New Mexico softball today. That includes Mountain View at Chaparral. 18 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Lovington at Ruidoso and Valencia at Alamogordo. Go Tigers! There are 40 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Ruidoso at Santa Fe Indian, Mescalero at Texaco, and Tularosa at Newcomb. Wow. Go Lady Cats! And 40 games for New Mexico varsity basketball tomorrow, including Ruidoso at Tahachi and East Mountain at Tularosa. Wow. Go Wildcats! Well, today is Friday. Time now to see where the fish are biting.
At Alto Lake, fishing for trout was fair to good when using power bait. At Bonito Lake, fishing for trout was fair to good when using corn and orange power bait. At Bottomless Lakes, fishing for trout was fair to good when using white power bait and corn. At Carlsbad Municipal Lake, fishing for trout was good when using trout magnets and spinners. At Elephant Butte Lake, fishing for striped bass was slow to fair when using jerk baits. At Eunice Lake, fishing for largemouth bass was slow to fair when using 3/16-ounce jigs and Z-Man TRD Craw Z. At Green Meadow Lake, fishing for catfish was fair to good when using power bait. At Grindstone Lake, fishing for trout was good when using worms and salmon glitter power bait, as well as grub spinners. And at Oasis Park Lake, fishing for trout was good when using power bait. Bill Evans Lake, Bonita Lake, Carrizozo Recreation Lake, Chaparral Park Lake, and Grindstone Reservoir were just some of the area waters stocked this week with trout. And our catch of the week is, drumroll please, Brianna Montoya caught 10 catfish using power bait at Bear Canyon Lake. That's it for this week. Join us next week as we tell you where the fishing hotspots and what they are biting on. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis, reminding you to take your family fishing.
The National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory in effect from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. today. Visibility will be reduced 1 to 3 miles in blowing dust. Hazardous driving conditions are due to reduced visibility. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may also result. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly cloudy skies and windy. There's a 20% chance of mid-afternoon showers, winds gusting up to 36 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 30% chance for showers, winds gusting up to 29. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers. New rainfall amounts are expected to be less than 1/10 of an inch. Winds will be gusting up to 17 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 61. Low tonight of 30. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's 25. High tomorrow, 54 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly cloudy and windy today. There's a 30% chance of mid-afternoon showers. Winds gusting up to 47 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight with a 30% chance for snow. Snow accumulation of 1 to 3 inches expected. Winds gusting up to 45. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a 60% chance for snow. Winds gusting as high as 25. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 40. Low tonight of 17. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's 7. High tomorrow, 32. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's 6 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. Enjoy your weekend.